With Dima Yakovlev's law, Russian government has put the sanctions against our own children, preventing them from being adopted. The law was signed by Russian President Vladimir Putin on December 28, 2012, and took effect on January 1st, 2013.
And these families want nothing more than to bring the sons and daughters they know and love home so they can start living the life that they deserve. For the families in the room tonight, I commend you for your strength and determination. These children, your children, desperately need a voice that you're providing, and I stand with you in that fight. My hope is tonight will serve as a microphone for your voice, that tonight will spark a serious discussion on how we can get these children home.
It only took Doug Commons to get this event off the ground. It only took one documentary producer to get us this far. And we just might need one more person who's in this audience tonight, and you can be a part of the legacy of finishing this race with us. And either getting, opening those relations back up, and I know these ladies will touch on this, but when we met with the State Department and had numerous conference calls that went on with the State Department, and we always just asked if they would please just differentiate the children who had met their adoptive parents from anybody else who was in the adoption process. Not because those children, those families are any less important, but because those children had met their parents. And those parents had told those children that they were coming back for them. And so that is still our anthem, our rally call, whatever you would have it to be, that please, 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 we're just asking for the children who have met their parents to be reunited with them. And we just thank you so much for being here and not letting these children be forgotten. Thank you.
We've had a lot of people, unfortunately, along the way who have disappointed us, where we have reached out and hoped and prayed that we could have some support. And so just thank you very much from the bottom of our hearts that you came, and to Congressman Collins' office for even allowing this event to happen with so many other things that are going on in the world. I wanted to tell you that when my husband and I first heard about orphans with Down syndrome, because that's what the little girl that we were trying to adopt has, living in Russia, we had no intention of trying to adopt. We had just finished an extremely long and exhausting foster care adoption and already had 3 biological teenage sons. But we wanted to do something to help them, and so we started to spread the word that there were beautiful children out there who desperately needed homes. Along the way, a certain little 5-year-old girl's photo started to tug on my heart. When we got to Russia, we met this little 6-year-old girl who has Down syndrome, and we were told that she didn't speak. But because I know sign language, I was very excited to give her a voice. So I sat down on the bench with her, and I taught her a few signs in just a few short seconds. I asked her, "Natasha, do you want to play with the ball, or do you want to look at the book?" And she signed back to me, "Book." Then I asked her, "Natasha, can you say book?" And in the cutest little Russian accent, she said, "Book." So here was this child that people were telling us didn't have the mental capacity to be anybody, to do anything. Yet within minutes, I had sat down with her and communicated with her, and her eyes lit up knowing that somebody cared enough to talk with her. When we left Russia, we told the children, our child, that we would be back, and all of us said the same thing. In a few short months, we were planning on being back because that's what's supposed to happen. You meet the child and then you come back for court.
There are still 25 or so children who think that they have parents who will someday return for them. These are children who are the most difficult children to place in adoptive families. These are not healthy infants and toddlers. Half of these children have Down syndrome, the other half have a variety of other very significant special needs, spina bifida, Apert syndrome, fetal alcohol syndrome. These are children who have no future in their current situation and almost no hope of permanency unless we can find some way to bring them home to the families in the U.S. who still want very much to care for them.
On one side of the world, there were these orphans who were languishing in institutions without constant love and care, and on the other side of the world were these amazing families who wanted to give them loving homes, give them a good education, if they were disabled, to take care of them, find all the medical requirements that they needed. They were ready, set to go. And to me, it's unconscionable that in the world of politics between two civilized nations, that they are holding these children hostage. You will see during the film how much sacrifices all these parents have made. Each one of these people wanted to make a difference in a little child's life, to give them a life of promise. I thank you all very, very much for coming, and I hope you enjoy the film, and I hope sincerely you will give these parents and these children a voice. Thank you.